What is a literature review anyway? In the realm of academic research, especially within the social sciences, the literature review stands as a cornerstone, yet it often mystifies many students and researchers alike. But what exactly is a social science literature review paper, and what is it meant to accomplish? More importantly, how does it differ from the more familiar term paper? The essence of a literature review. A literature review is an academic document that compiles, summarizes, and critically assesses previously published research on a particular topic. Unlike a term paper, which might argue a specific point of view or present original research, a literature review synthesizes existing studies to provide a comprehensive overview of what is currently known about a topic. Its purpose is multifold. 1. To identify patterns, themes, and gaps in the existing research. 2. To provide context for new research, establishing a foundation for the study's necessity and significance. 3. To highlight the methodological diversity in how research questions have been approached. Literature review versus term paper. While a term paper may often explore a broad subject to showcase a student's understanding and knowledge, a literature review demands a more targeted approach. The term paper can be an original argument or exploration supported by research, but it typically culminates in the student's own thesis or findings. In contrast, a literature review critically examines the array of work already done by scholars, aiming not to introduce new findings but to position them within the broader scholarly conversation. The power of a narrow focus. The most effective literature reviews are not encyclopedic overviews but are narrowly focused. This specificity is particularly advantageous when tied to a testable experimental hypothesis. Why? Because it 1. Forces focus. Concentrating on a specific hypothesis compels the reviewer to hone in on the most relevant studies, methodologies, and findings, avoiding the trap of an overly broad and unmanageable topic. 2. Facilitates the literature search. By defining clear parameters, it becomes much easier to sift through vast databases and sources to find the studies that truly matter for your review. 3. Enhances contribution. A focused review around a hypothesis allows for a deeper, more meaningful engagement with the material, highlighting not just what is known but how it informs or challenges potential future research. Accomplishing more with less. A well-crafted literature review, especially one centered around a testable hypothesis, does more than summarize existing research. It critically evaluates and identifies trends, debates, and gaps in the literature. It serves as a vital stepping stone for further research, providing a clear rationale for the study and situating it within the existing body of knowledge. By doing so, it lays the groundwork for advancing knowledge in the field, encouraging a more thoughtful and strategic approach to research. The importance of objectivity in literature reviews. Before we conclude, it's crucial to address a fundamental aspect of conducting literature reviews: the importance of objectivity. A literature review's integrity hinges on its ability to provide an impartial overview of the existing research, free from bias or undue influence. Objectivity ensures that the review serves as a reliable foundation for understanding the current state of knowledge on a topic, rather than reflecting the reviewer's personal opinions or preferences. Why objectivity matters. 1. Fair representation. Objectivity allows for a fair and balanced representation of research findings, ensuring that all relevant studies are considered and evaluated based on their merits and contributions to the field. 2. Credibility. An objective literature review is more credible to peers and future researchers. 2. It establishes trust that the review accurately reflects the research landscape, making it a valuable resource for anyone exploring the topic. 3. Foundational for future research. An objective literature review lays a solid foundation for future research by providing an unbiased synthesis of existing studies. 3. It identifies gaps in knowledge and methodological inconsistencies, guiding subsequent studies toward areas that promise the most significant contributions to the field. Achieving objectivity. Achieving objectivity in a literature review involves several key practices. 1. Comprehensive search. Conduct a thorough and systematic search for studies, using clear and unbiased criteria for inclusion and exclusion. 1. This ensures the review captures a broad spectrum of research without overlooking significant work. 2. Critical evaluation. Assess studies based on their methodological rigor, relevance, and contributions to the field, rather than their conclusions alone. 2. This critical lens helps mitigate the impact of the reviewer's biases. 3. Acknowledgement of bias. Be transparent about any potential biases or limitations in the review process itself. 3. Acknowledging these upfront enhances the review's credibility and encourages readers to engage with the material thoughtfully. Incorporating objectivity into literature reviews is not merely a procedural step, it's a commitment to integrity and scholarly excellence. As we delve into the rich tapestry of existing research, maintaining an objective stance enables us to construct a review that truly advances understanding and paves the way for meaningful scientific inquiry. Enhancing objectivity through formal writing. An additional layer in maintaining objectivity in literature reviews is the use of formal writing. This style, which typically avoids the first person and employs a more structured and academic tone, plays a crucial role in reinforcing the impartial nature of the review. The role of formal writing. Distancing the author. By avoiding first-person narratives, formal writing helps distance the author from the research under review, minimizing the intrusion of personal bias or subjective interpretation. This distance fosters an environment where the focus remains squarely on the studies being analyzed, rather than the reviewer's personal views or experiences. Encouraging precision. Formal writing demands precision in language and argumentation. This precision is vital in a literature review, as it ensures that the summaries and critiques of existing research are clear, accurate, and based on evidence rather than conjecture. Upholding academic standards. Adhering to formal writing conventions aligns the literature review with the broader academic discourse, lending it credibility and seriousness. This alignment assures readers that the review adheres to the rigorous standards expected in scholarly work. Implementing formal writing. Incorporating formal writing into your literature review involves several practical steps. Use passive voice appropriately. While active voice is often encouraged for clarity, the selective use of passive voice can help maintain objectivity by focusing on the action and findings rather than the researcher. Avoid personal pronouns. Replace phrases like, "I believe," or, "we consider," with constructions that put the research, rather than the researcher, at the forefront, such as "the evidence suggests," or "studies indicate." Employ precise vocabulary. Choose words that precisely convey the intended meaning without implying judgment or bias. This includes avoiding loaded or colloquial language that might color the interpretation of the findings. By embracing formal writing, reviewers can enhance the objectivity of their literature reviews. This approach not only aligns with academic conventions but also reinforces the review's role as a critical, unbiased synthesis of the existing body of knowledge. Through careful attention to language and presentation, authors can ensure that their literature reviews stand as paragons of scholarly rigor, paving the way for future research built on a foundation of clear, objective, and thoughtful analysis. Conclusion. In essence, the literature review is a sophisticated tool that goes beyond mere summarization to engage with and contextualize research critically. Its distinction from a term paper lies in its focus and purpose, not presenting new findings but understanding where those findings might fit within the broader academic discourse. By centering around a narrowly defined hypothesis, literature reviews can cut through the noise to uncover the insights that matter most, making them easier to manage and more impactful. Whether you're a seasoned academic or a student just beginning to navigate the world of research, understanding the nuanced role of a literature review is crucial for advancing not just personal academic pursuits but the collective knowledge of the social sciences.